If your current numbers don't look good, or if you already have an insulin-resistant condition such as diabetes or fatty liver, it is extremely important to take action as soon as possible, or your health will continue to decline. But take heart, your fate is not sealed. You have so much control over your health than you may realize. However, in your case, normal weight loss is not going to work for you, and your numerous trials are proof. Hi, I'm Manga. Today I would like to discuss the first step to take to reverse your insulin resistance. Do you want to reverse insulin resistance and all the diseases that come with it? Then you have to lower your insulin. As we discussed in the previous videos, insulin is that switch that determines whether your body is going to burn fat or make fat. To reverse insulin, start burning fat and improve your health, you need to create the absence of insulin. Insulin is the common denominator for a lot of non-communicable diseases. So the first step to losing weight should be to improve your health and then lose weight. Reducing your excess insulin will improve your health and stop fat buildup. To know how to decrease your insulin, you need to know what triggers the excess insulin. The release of insulin is triggered every time you eat anything. However, some foods trigger more insulin than others. So the best course of action would be to avoid the foods that have a high insulin index and eat more of the ones with a lower insulin index. In this discussion, we will discuss the foods that have a high insulin index, the ones you need to avoid. Number 1, reduce carbs. Carbohydrates rank the highest in the insulin index table, especially refined ones. Complex carbohydrates are not as bad as the refined ones. However, you need to avoid carbohydrates altogether to create an absence of insulin and reverse the effects of insulin resistance. Number 2, avoid combining proteins and carbs. Combining carbohydrates with proteins raises insulin more than when you eat them separately. Instead of eating a hot dog, eat the bun and the sausage separately. Number 3, do not use low-carb substitutes. For generations, we have tried to trick the body, but this is a battle that we have not won yet. It is not possible to trick the body to avoid the undesired response while trying to enjoy the delightful treats. You must avoid carbs because of the insulin response they induce, not the carbs or calories that are in them. Low-carb alternative foods trigger the same insulin response as the full-carb foods. These foods are okay for the insulin-sensitive people. They are a total disaster, however, for insulin-resistant people that are trying to reverse the condition. Number 4, avoid lean proteins. Lean proteins evoke almost the same amount of insulin response as do carbohydrates. Pure lean proteins are a good source of amino acids, especially for physically active individuals, like sport competitors. However, if you have insulin resistance, these sources of amino acids will do more harm than good. Rather eat natural protein with a higher content of fat, like bacon. Number 5, do not eat a lot of protein. The body does not store protein. Excess protein is broken down into glucose. In turn, this raises your blood sugar and triggers high insulin release. Number 6, do not eat foods with MSG. Monosodium glutamate is used in the food industry as a flavor enhancer with an umami taste that intensifies the meaty, savory flavor of food. Most fast food places add MSG. MSG spikes insulin by 200%. It is one of the reasons why fast foods make you gain weight. Number 7, reduce the number of your meals. Eating in general spikes insulin. Instead of increasing the number of meals that you eat per day, seek to reduce them. Conventional methods of weight loss encourage you to eat more meals to lose weight. They couldn't be any further from the truth. Now that you know which foods not to eat, the next step would be to identify the foods that you must eat. To learn more about the foods that you must eat to create an absence of insulin, watch the next video. Subscribe to be informed of the next release, and remember to share and like this video if you found the information useful.